Yo, Hood Rats, it has been a hot minute since we've done a video. I'll talk to you more about that later on. But right now, I want to show you guys something. This is my little bro's car, a 2017 Honda Civic with the 1.5 liter turbo. That's right, she's got a turb-ski. And she has got some problems. So much problems that he decided to drive over 600 miles here to Idaho for me to fix them. Let's introduce you to the man, the myth, the legend, Logan Kimball Pinocchio Tadashi Price. That's stupid.
Some of those were my names. Hi.
Hi.
I drove 600 miles, more than 600 miles. We got stuck in Oregon after an Amazon truck tipped over, swerving out of the way to not hit a fox. We were stuck in the sun for like 3 hours. So it made our 11-hour trip 14 hours.
Oof.
Capital Honda in San Jose quoted me $2,800. It was like $2,850 for my air conditioning. But I also have 2 bad CV axles, and they wanted $1,700 for that. Those are the CV axles. And that includes the parts and the labor. And so they all together, if I do the math in my head, what is that? $3,850 plus $700 is that 45 or $46.50? I don't care. I'm not going to really care. It's more than $4 grand.
He's a banker. He'll figure it out.
I use calculators. So I bought all the parts from Rock Auto for, anybody want to take a guess? It certainly wasn't $4,650. It was more like $650, if not less. I think that's an overestimate. But so $4,000 in savings plus 14 hours. I would rather drive 14 hours and get stuck for 3 hours on the road than spend $4,000 more than we really needed to. So we're gonna fix my air conditioning because it's hotter than a mother sucker in California right now. And I also am gonna fix my CV axles. Well, Nick's gonna fix it.
Oh, you'll do it. I'll show you what to do. But that's it. That's what we're doing, guys. We got to get this thing back on the road because it's the 4th of July today. I know we're super patriotic, working on America's birthday. But got to get some stuff done. We'll still see the fireworks. We saw the parade.
Yep.
We went to the barbecues. We did all the good stuff. So one thing I want to point out right here. If you have a Honda Civic and you are having AC issues, please refer to that TSB number, TSB 19-091. Yeah, that is a almost class action lawsuit. Little bro here is on his 2nd stint of AC problems, and the first one was related directly to that TSB. What did they do last time?
They replaced is it the compressor or the condenser?
Condenser. Little bro had a failed AC condenser last time, and now we've got a failed AC compressor, which you can see we've got right here. This is UAC. I can't remember the warranty on this through Rock Auto, but I think it's 3 years. It might be lifetime. I can't remember.
I think it's 3 years.
We'll show all the details right down here in a couple of minutes. And yeah, we got all the other stuff we need. We've got adapters to go on to the R1234YF. We've got PAG oil specifically formulated for 1234YF. And, you know, I've got an oil injector, a new belt, my steel-toed Crocs for working safely. And you got the condenser up there and our 2 new axe holes. So with all that, we should be ready to get this thing done and on the road and save this guy over $4,000. $4,000.
That's a lot of cheddar.
So let's get in it. We already took a couple off. We got a little overeager. You also don't want to use non-impact sockets, but when you leave all your impact sockets other places, it's okay to use a non-impact socket. You won't die.
Don't matter.
It'll come off. Oh, it came off. Wow. Oh my gosh. You have slotted calipers. I mean, you have slotted rotors.
Yeah, we put those on there.
Drilled and slotted.
We did that like 3 years ago.
We did?
Yeah, 2-3 years ago. We were still at the old house.
Same pads?
Yeah.
Dang.
No, I think they might. I don't know. I think they changed the pads.
Man, these rotors are in good shape.
I just did the brake fluid. I don't know if they changed my pads though.
Nice. Okay. We're also gonna take this splash shield off.
Yeah, it's like, why do you have screws,
Hex,
and
Allen.
all holding this crap on?
Yeah, you guys hear that? They've got bolts, they've got push pins, screws, and freaking Allens. Come on, what are you guys, Audi? Okay guys, a million years later and that's off. If it was my car, I'd leave it off because it's just a dam to trap hot air, honestly. I mean, it might make your car a little more aerodynamic, but in the end run, I hate putting those all back in. And if it was mine, I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't. I'm gonna put it back on his car because it's nice. So if you look up in there, you can see a slight little puncture in that radiator. Now, I have no clue how we would have done that. It is so tucked back up and in there. If you see that, and we took that splash guard off down here. I mean, like we hung it a little bit, and then at the end, Logan was supporting the whole thing. We pulled it out like that. We didn't stick any tools up in there. We didn't. I have no clue. Like, is there like a piece of something up here that hit it, like a stick? Like, did we move? Did we disturb something? Disturb the piece? I don't know. But the radiator's getting replaced. We're gonna take those lower radiator hoses off and drain it into a clean bucket and recapture it because I don't want to dispose of more coolant. I already have like 35 gallons of coolant I need to get rid of. Not bad. Not too bad of a mess. Makes me want some blue Kool-Aid. Mystic Mountain Blueberry. Getting this radiator looks like it's gonna be fun. There is a ton of stuff going into it, like an electrical connector right there. Logan took all the clips out. Get this guy off. And start getting into it. Oh, mama. What do you got here? Some plastic?
Leaves.
Oh, and a bug.
Eat it.
Oh, where'd he go? Where'd the rest of him go? Darn. Okay, now we gotta get the bumper cover off and get in here and change this condenser, and looks like we're doing a radiator now too because of that little hole. So you lose some, you know. This bumper cover comes off. There's just a couple of Phillips heads that hold it here and here. Whatever's down along the bottom, but usually I just let it drip and hang off from the lower connectors. Now, let her swing down. Boom, like that. Okay, now if this was a really nice car, like an Audi, like they're nice, I wouldn't let this hang like this. It's not really gonna damage anything if we leave it for just a day. If you left this for weeks, it might deform the plastic a little bit, but you can also make it easier by just supporting it a little bit. But that gives us full access to the radiator and the condenser to start getting in here and changing stuff out. So we could put this back on in an hour or so, depending on how fast we get parts. So let's get you in here and we'll show just what we're working with. So we're changing the condenser mainly out of just fear that it might be bad.
Only 5 ounces of refrigerant were recovered from the system.
And it takes...
It would be 1485.
Yeah.
About 15 ounces.
So they only got 5 and you take about 15.
Yeah.
So it was leaking, and we're kind of suspecting that because of the TSB. So we're gonna put a new one in and hopefully it does a little better. So let's get at this. Okay, we have 4 bolts holding the condenser on. Let's get into the lower one right now. We have another one right up here, and another one right there. Then we're gonna take these 2 condenser line bolts out. There's one here and one down here. And just for good measure, I'll show you guys that the system has been evacuated and we have no pressure. Okay, we've drained the coolant. We've got everything off up on the top. No, we've got everything off up on the top end. Fan disconnected. Now all we need to do is get these two bolts that hold the condenser lines in. One here, one right down in there. And this thing should pull out. Okay, there goes that lower condenser line right there. See if I can't get her to pop out. That O-ring's nice and sturdy. Dang, Gina. There we go. That guy's out. And then this upper one should be easier for you guys to get a look at. Boom, there she is. Wow, this thing is dry. Like there is no oil in this like it normally would have. Okay, let's pull this up and out. Hopefully she comes out. Oh, there's a sensor down there that's not gonna clear. Let's try taking these condenser bolts out and see if we can pull the condenser by itself. Do the condenser shimmy, except your butt's blocking the camera. Gotta kind of bring out one side first as it gets past those tangs. Get one side, yeah, there you go. Ho ho! Look at all those bugs. Bug, bug, bug. I'll be your bug. Looking for holes in it. Look like a dark spot on it too if it had one. Okay, let's set it aside. See if we can get the radiator. So here's what we're dealing with. This radiator does not want to come out because these plastic air dams to kind of direct it in to the radiator and seal it up are not letting us get up and past some of these snaggles on the sides of the radiators. So got to take the retaining clips out, which are down in there, and that'll help get us the access we need to get this radiator out. We got that out, and now look at all this room for activities to pull this radiator out. Oh my gosh, like it's supposed to come out. It's all good. You act like I don't spill stuff on my floor every day. Every day.
You're making a mess.
Every day. There we go. She's out. Grab that green bucket. I'm gonna.
She out.
She out. Grab that. See if you can grab that green catch can, and we'll tip this into it. Don't worry, we've got a filter.
But you're not even draining it into the thing. What I'm saying.
Oh, damn, I straight up this.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. I missed the bucket. Oops. Oops, I missed it again. We figured out the hole in the radiator problem. That little hole right there, that one is one of the holes for the push pins for the lower valence. And that hole coincides nicely with the hole in the radiator. So in the car, those two line up almost perfectly. So pretty sure that's what caused it. Pushing one of the broken push pins through and hitting the radiator. Okay, in order to remove this compressor, you obviously have to remove the splash shield from underneath the car. And the next thing you need to do is remove the serpentine belt. So we'll take a peek up in there real quick. Up in here, you'll see the serpentine belt. And right up there, just in the frame, I'll put an arrow, you can see the tensioner. 17 millimeters, you are going to release the tension and pull the belt off. I'll try and get that on camera. Rotating clockwise, you can see that tensioner move. You see that?
No, all I see is your hand.
It's right there. Now I can get underneath on this belt and take it off of the pulley. Just like that. And now the belt is off. So, belt off. You can take it back and just kind of tuck it away. In our instance, we're going to actually replace the whole thing. So we'll take it completely off. But if you were just reusing it, you could tuck it out of the way. Okay, up and under here, you'll see 2 of the 3 bolts we need to remove to get the compressor off of the engine block. And one of the bolts holding one of the lines onto the bottom of the compressor. So gonna remove those 3 items right there. And up top, we'll show the ones up there we're gonna remove as well. These lower bolts are 12 millimeters. And 110 mil right here holding this line on. Make sure your system has been evacuated and recovered before you remove this line, or you will die.
Really?
No. But you could shoot refrigerant everywhere. You will shoot refrigerant everywhere. Chances are when you remove this line too, you will have compressor oil fall out of this orifice. Or not, because this thing was evacuated really well. Now, normally on this job, the radiator wouldn't be removed. We needed to remove it for other issues, and it actually gives us a better view to show you guys what's going on. We need to remove these 2 bolts in order to completely remove this compressor. Also, any connectors related to the compressor need to be removed at this time. Okay guys, there's that other hose off. Set that out of the way. And our last 2 bolts up top, holding the compressor on. There's that hose out of the way, and our last 2 compressor bolts holding it to the block. And last but not least, our connector right here. That's actually the only one you have to remove. This one over here, going to what I believe is probably a variable displacement for the compressor, can stay over there. And there she goes. She's off. Whoop. Make sure I drop it on my toesies. Now, if you were taking this out from the bottom, you just go out through the bottom, like that. But I'm gonna come out through the top, because I can. And there we go, guys. She's out. Okay, we were crapping bricks for a little bit. I was like, why does that look so different? But there we go. It's a good thing to do is compare your 2 compressors. Make sure they're the same. And another thing is, I want to show you guys that I think this compressor clutch is moving now. Nope, it's locked up.
How would they
that compressor might be locked up. Yeah, because right here, this one, I'm spinning the compressor as I do that. But this one, he ain't got nothing. Your compressor is seized. Big time. Good thing we're replacing the condenser and the expansion valve and all the hoses, all the fittings. And we're also gonna do a flush on this too. So hopefully we get her good. Plopping the compressor back in. The UAC from Rock Auto. Had decent luck with them. Probably gonna do better than the original one did. New compressor in, all torqued down, getting ready to put the belts on. Okay, we got his belt diagram pulled up on the old interwebs. Hopefully it's not lying. We can kind of visually compare it to the components in the car, and it looks to be pretty correct. So, oh, you get a picture of his beautiful bride. And I can't get the thing off.
Oh, now it wants my code. It's your birthday.
Why is it my birthday?
Because it's been that forever.
Why is your password my birthday?
Well, it's just easy to remember.
Now you gotta change it.
It's on YouTube now.
Okay, so we compared the components. They look the same. So now we're just gonna try and finagle it on. There's so much components in the way. If you look down in here, down in here, I'm not gonna show you guys. You can see it from down low when we're done. We got some AC flush here. We are going to flush this system out before we hook it all back together and put the condenser in. You can get these for about 20 bucks at your auto parts stores. It is power clean, and it's basically a pressurized can that you spray through one end. Like I said, the flush, put the little rubber nipple on this side. Okay, that's about as much as I'm going to try and flow through because I want it to go both directions. I love that smell, by the way. It smells like like citrus.
Yeah, it smells just like orange clean, the hand cleaner.
Okay, now you might think, oh, Nick, you're going to be putting shop air into there. You're going to blow it up. The system goes up to like sometimes 200, 300 PSI, so we'll be good. I should probably have safety glasses on. Safety!
First. Now you're coming.
Oh, we're coming out the spot. It's unbolted right there.
Uh-oh.
Haha.
There she goes!
That got us blown out all through our evaporator back there, back through this line, keep coming this way, this skinny line, it came out and it blew out down there. So we've flushed everything out of the evaporator, which is mainly what I wanted to do. So that should do it. We'll start putting this back together. Okay, we got everything fleshed out, we got our new O-ring on, and I'm just taking some of this PAG oil that's specifically formulated for HF 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for this O-ring. So just rub that on to help it looby-dooby right in and slide right on. Getting our last few bolts for our condenser in, pardon the wind noise, super hot. Get this all together and we'll pull vacuum on this and see if it holds vacuum. I should say pressure, but
same diff.
Vacuum. We're gonna get this guy's bumper back up, make it look like he's not missing his grill.
Nice. You got
chip. Dripping.
What is that?
I'm dipping transmission fluid.
It is?
Yes. It's okay. Oh, it's so clean. It could be slightly overfilled, yeah. But, I mean, you're supposed to lose a little bit out of there. Not a lot. So, it could just be a little overfilled. Like, you can change these and not have to refill this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it should just gently pour out of there. Oh, that sucks. You try and get that in.
Well, I don't really know what I'm doing, but okay. I think it's just too high. The car is too high in the air. You need to be able to push it forward.
Okay, bring it down. Then I'll get in like this. Get it centered in there a little better. And do the shake weight. A shake weight shove. Oh gosh.
Is that not the right one?
Freaking hate axles. Oh. There it went. Oh, there we go. I think. Whew. That sucked. Okay, we're just gonna put this back together. We got that axle back in. We need to just shift this over. Bring this control arm down. Yeah. Okay, here's my torque wrench. Whoop. My reverse torque wrench.
Untorque.
Click. 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 Torque to
Nice.
spec.
Very nice.
Torque to spec.
Not.
No, I wouldn't do that. That's an important one.
Oh, and it's not gonna.
Yeah. Yeah. Click. That actually was a click. Just pulling vacuum, getting ready to load this thing up with refrigerant. Since we replaced the radiator, we're gonna have to put in some radiator glove juice. So, we got the good Asian vehicle only stuff, the blue. Get her cracked open. Get a little glug glug action. This is one of my favorite ways to fill cooling systems. We got the distilled water. Got the trusty airlift sitting right here. Seen me use it before. Basically, it's just a big vacuum. So we'll hook it up. And let her start sucking the air out of the thing. And I'll kill the air to it and watch the gauge to see if it moves. I'll let that ride for a couple of minutes and then I'll start the siphoning process. Yeah, it still hasn't moved, so I think we're good. Put my siphon tube in, stick it in the blue love juice, and have at it. You can slowly see that going down. Oh, she's a thirsty girl. Still chugging it down. We're still sitting at about 20 on the vacuum gauge, so I'm happy. Let's get this thing loaded up. We've got the coolant in it. We've got everything hooked back up. I believe so. Let's fire this thing up and start shooting a little bit of love juice into it. Oh, wait. Speaking of shooting love juice in, I got to shoot the oil in, and I got a new tool for that. I'll show it to you right now. With my oil injection tool right here, I got some oil in there, and you thread this on and hook it onto the low side and just slowly pump her in, but I can't for the life of me get it to actually go. It's like I put in the full 2 ounces of oil that you can fit and the tool doesn't go. I can't compress it. I hydro lock a little. Yeah! 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 He's back there saying, get it. Get it. Get it. This is gonna sound stupid, but I might just leave it off like that and let the vacuum suck it in. Let's see if this stupid idea works. Oh yeah, that's working. Slowly drinking it down. I'll show you guys, but I want to stop it before it gets to sucking air. Okay, we had to go to the auto parts store. I did cross thread onto the cans because it's a different can tap. So I cannot tap that can tap. So we bought this instead. This one's like $6 more, $8 more, but it comes with the low side adapter on it already. I don't even think you can get it off. I'm looking at this can and it looks like, I don't know. We might break this thing off and see if we can use it in future adventures. What is that?
Ball marker that Nick Paul gave me. It says you're in my house now, Grandma. I think that's from...
How about a nice tall glass of shut the hell up? Might be a little bit more in there, but that gets us pretty close.
Damn, you did the radiator and the AC condenser and the compressor and something back up in there and the axles and the fog light, which is working. They're both working. Those haven't both worked like 3 years, 4 years.
But you were saying we did all that what?
What do you mean?
You were saying you did all that.
What about it? It's just crazy. Because real skills matter. And you have real skills.
Ah! Okay.
Wasn't that part of the Amanda show? Where they're like, oh!
So, we're all wrapped up. We're going to crunch some numbers right now, and we're going to see just where we ended up in the saving $4,000 scheme.
$650 got us the AC, condenser, compressor, CV axles,
expansion valve, all of our O-rings and miscellaneous little things to seal the system back up.
120 got us the radiator from O'Reilly. O'Reilly.
Which I broke.
And 190 for the refrigerant coolant light bulb, which, and then the flush.
Yeah, AC flush kit, so.
Which, I didn't really do the math, but I think that comes out to $960, which is, almost $4,000 savings. About $3,800 in savings.
$3,800. That's how you can save $3,800. Have a brother who works on cars and have him do all the labor for free.
Yep.
Kaboom. So let's take this thing for a rip and see how she does. Let's go for a ride. Okay, we're in Logan's car. We're in the sun right now. Outside, it's about 96 outside, maybe 97. And that's our AC temp out of the vent right there. So I got this guy just going straight into the center duct. And yeah, we're rocking about 52. We'll drive around a little bit and see what that goes to. I kind of been annoyed at Honda lately. They're not the greatest, but this is a fun car to drive. Right now, his average fuel economy is 31.8 miles per gallon, and he was probably averaging about 90 miles an hour on a 650 mile trip. So not bad. If you baby this thing, it says it can get up to about 42 miles per gallon. So not a shabby car, and the little 1.5 turbo in this is pleasant to drive. I mean, look, it's throwing the camera back right now. Whoa, so torquey. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is a fun little car to drive. And that's not even in sport mode. Hey. Got Logan driving like a madman here.
Right.
Swerving around.
Just checking the apps. Seeing that when we crank it all the way, it's nice and butter.
No noise.
No noise. It would always, if I was gonna go park in this space right here and I needed to crank it.
Oh, that's nice. And their lifetime warranty. Not bad. Oh, you can't go out that way though.
Yeah, I know, I was just gonna do a circle because this would be pop.
Well, there you have it, guys. Logan got a $3,800 discount off of all these repairs. Well, you bought me a chicken sandwich, a chicken sandwich and some waffle fries. Oh, if anybody knows that reference.